What's going on, guys? I'm Turbo712 and welcome to another Spool Me Up. So today you joined me from a car that, when I knew I was going to be reviewing it, I was a bit skeptical about it because of the fact is that I'm not a fan of minis in general. No disrespect to any mini owners out there, but they don't really float my boat. But when the owner told me what this one was and what it was about, I thought, yeah, let's give it a little shot. The owner gave me this car yesterday, so I've had a little bit of time to play about in it, and I gotta say, I think my opinion has changed. It's a Mini Cooper S, but it's a John Cooper Works GP model, which had a limited run. They only made 2,000 of these, and this is number 1445, and it's the last of the Mark 1 variant known as the R53 model, which had which was a supercharged engine. So it's a 1.6 litre supercharged engine, produces 218 horsepower with 184 pound-foot of torque, and in its class, like the 200 brake class, I've got to say it's probably one of the quickest ones out there. I had a little parlay with a FN2 Type R last night, and I just left him for dead. So these cars were, as I said, there's 2,000 of these cars produced, and each one of them were hand finished by Bertone in Italy, and the quality of finish actually isn't too bad for a car that's totally stripped out and everything else. But when it comes to buying them, the only optional extras you had were air conditioning and a radio, and this car has got both actually. So, but everything else was kind of like that's the only optional extras that you had. So when these cars first came out, they were like nearly 22 grand for these cars, and I got to be honest, they're still holding their price now. The cheapest I've seen one for is around 10 grand, but I've seen them up to 15 grand as well. So obviously, being a limited edition model, it's always gonna kind of like be holding its price, and being only 2,000 of them, I don't know how many's left actually running on the roads, but yeah, but whether I'd pay 13 or 14 grand for one, I don't know, to be honest with you. You're gonna have to really love a Mini, I think, to be spending that kind of money on one, especially an exclusive one like this. The owner of this one, this is his fourth Mini. He's had S's before, but this is his fourth Mini in general, but this is his first GP version. Said he's always wanted one, and the chance came about to buy one, so he thought, why not go for it, and he got it. But running costs in general aren't too bad on this car. The tax is 200, taxpayers will say it's £300 a year. If you drive it sensibly, you can probably you'll probably pull back about 30 to 32 miles per gallon. But if you start driving it hard, you'll get down into the low 20s quite easily. So I've got a little stretch of road coming up in a minute, where we can get this baby really screaming. Come on people, get a move on. Down to third. Here we go. Lovely. So apart from the speedo, the big speedo in the middle, the other thing I'm not really a fan of in this guy is the pedals. The accelerator pedal seems to be quite far away from the brake pedal, and I'm an old school driver. I am a fan of heel and toe, or big toe, little toe. So in this one, on track days, I'm afraid it would have to be some double clutching going on. So your normal Cooper S comes in at, I think it's 163 kind of horsepower. So this one's been reworked by JCW. So it's got a 15% smaller pulley, which means it spools up faster. ECU's been tweaked. It's got modified intercooler, and also it's got bigger injectors. So basically you're getting about another 50 or so more horsepower than the normal Cooper S. And also this one being all stripped out and everything, it's about 40 to 50 kilos lighter as well. I'll tell you what, this thing would be excellent around the track. It would be absolutely brilliant. It's deceivingly quick as well, you know. It doesn't feel quick, but when you actually look at the speedo and you realise how fast you are actually going, it is deceivingly quick. So even though most of the sound deadening's gone, it's not that bad. The exhaust note is quite pleasing once you get on full tap. But the supercharger, I'm not too sure about the supercharger yet, because when you actually go for it, it sounds like a baby that's just starting to cry. Wise, I do actually like the kit that's on this car. I think it looks alright. As I said earlier, I'm not really a fan of the Mini in general, but I do like the look of this one. There's something about it. But let me know in the comments, guys, what you think about this car. I mean, like, with regards to looks wise and styling. And also let me know in the comments what you think about the pricing of these cars. As I said, they're still ranging between the 10 and like 15 kind of grand mark. And they were 22 grand when they come out new. So let me know what you think about that as well. So before I go, I've got to say a big shout and a big thank you goes out to my man Jay from Let's Talk Cars. We'll put a link to his channel in the description down below. Pop over to his channel, hit the subscribe button and show some love. Some 712 love. Tell him that Turbo sent ya. So on that note, I'm Turbo 712. It's been a very good mini adventure. Until next time, travel safe and peace out.
Yeah, hey yo, I'm feeling blessed. Now sit back and observe days I used to ride bikes. Pegs in the curve, swerve through traffic. Headphones on with Stillmatic. I'm lyrically inclined, push balls like I'm lifting weights, smoking trees.